Are you struggling to understand how data flows through Java methods or confused by the difference between pass by value and pass by reference? Most Java bugs are born from a misunderstanding of method logic. In this video, we will cover Java methods and functions practice questions Masterclass, Java certification prep. Master Java methods and functions with this detailed practice session. In this comprehensive guide, we are diving deep into 30 expert-level MCQs covering Java methods and functions. From basic syntax to complex recursion and method overloading. Make sure you have a notebook ready. Try to solve each question before I reveal the answer to test your true knowledge. Which of the following components is not part of a Java method signature? Option A, method name. Option B, parameter list. Option C, return type. Option D, order of parameters. The correct answer is C. In Java, a method signature consists only of the method name and the parameter list, including types and order. The return type and thrown exceptions are not part of the signature. This is a crucial distinction when discussing method overloading, as overloading is based solely on the signature. What happens if a method is declared, protected, in a superclass and you try to access it from a subclass in a different package? Option A, a compile time error occurs. Option B, the method is accessible via inheritance. Option C, the method is only accessible if the subclass is static. Option D, the method is not accessible. The correct answer is B. The protected access modifier allows access within the same package and also by subclasses even if they are in different packages. This is one of the key pillars of encapsulation and inheritance in Java, allowing controlled access to internal logic. Can a static method call a non-static method directly within the same class? Option A, yes, always. Option B, yes, but only if the non-static method is public. Option C, no, because static methods belong to the class, not an instance. Option D, no, unless the non-static method is also final. The correct answer is C. Static methods are associated with the class itself, while non-static, instance, methods are associated with a specific object. Since a static method can be called without creating an instance, there is no this context available to invoke an instance method. To call a non-static method, the static method must first instantiate an object. Which of the following is a valid example of method overloading for the method? Public void calculate, int x, double y, single quote question mark. Option A, public int calculate, int x, double y. Option B, public void calculate, double y, int x. Option C, private void calculate, int a, double b. Option D, static void calculate, int x, double y. The correct answer is B. Overloading requires a change in the parameter list, type, number, or order. Option B changes the order of parameters. Double, int versus int, double, which is a valid overload. Options A, C, and D only change the return type, access modifier, or static keyword, none of which are sufficient for overloading if the parameter list remains the same. What must a method return if its return type is declared as void? Option A, 0. Option B, null. Option C, nothing. Option D, a Boolean false. The correct answer is C. The void keyword explicitly states that the method does not return any value. While you can use a return statement to exit the method early, you cannot provide any value after the return keyword. Returning null or zero would result in a compilation error. Which statement about variable arguments, varargs, is true? Option A. A method can have multiple varargs parameters. Option B. The varargs parameter must be the last parameter in the list. Option C. Varargs are declared using two dots. Option D. Varargs cannot be used with primitive data types. The correct answer is B. Java requires that if a method uses varargs, indicated by three dots, it must be the final parameter in the method signature. This allows the compiler to determine which arguments belong to the varargs array and which belong to preceding parameters. What is the primary risk of a recursive method that lacks a proper base case? Option A. Memory leak. Option B. Stack overflow error. Option C. Null pointer exception. Option D. Infinite loop without error. The correct answer is B. In Java, every method call is pushed onto the stack memory. If a method calls itself recursively without hitting a base case to stop, the stack will continue to grow until it exceeds its allocated memory limit, triggering a stack overflow error. How does a constructor differ from a standard method in Java? Option A. It can be static. Option B. It must have a return type. Option C. It cannot be overloaded. Option D. It has no explicit return type and must match the class name. The correct answer is D. Constructors are special methods used to initialize objects. They never have a return type, not even void, and must strictly match the name of the class they belong to. Unlike methods, they are called using the new keyword. When passing an object to a method in Java, which of the following is true? Option A. The object is passed by reference. Option B. A copy of the object is created and passed. Option C. The reference to the object is passed by value. Option D. Objects cannot be passed to methods. The correct answer is C. Java is strictly pass by value. When you pass an object, you are actually passing a copy of the memory address reference that points to that object. While you can modify the object's internal state, reassigning the reference inside the method won't affect the original reference outside. What is the effect of declaring a method as final? Option A. The method cannot be called. Option B. The method cannot be overridden by subclasses. Option C. The method cannot be overloaded. Option D. The method's variables are all constants. The correct answer is B. A final method provides a way to prevent subclasses from changing the implementation of that method. This is often used for security or to ensure that the core logic of a class remains consistent across all derived classes. Which keyword is used to call a method from the parent class that has been overridden? Option A. This. Option B. Parent. Option C. Super. Option D. Base. The correct answer is C. The super keyword is used in a subclass to refer to the immediate parent class. It is commonly used to invoke the parent's version of a method or to call the parent's constructor. An abstract method in Java. Option A. Must have a body defined by curly braces. Option B. Can only exist inside a non-abstract class. Option C. Ends with a semicolon and has no implementation. Option D. Is used to create static logic. The correct answer is C. Abstract methods act as a blueprint. They consist of a method signature followed by a semicolon. They do not have a body. Code. Any concrete class extending the abstract class must provide an implementation for these methods. What is the correct signature for the Java main method? Option A. Public void main. String args. Option B. Public static int main. String args. Option C. Public static void main. String args. Option D. Static void main. String args. The correct answer is C. The JVM looks for a specific signature to start execution. Public, accessible, static, run without instance, void, no return, named mon, with an array of strings as arguments. Deviating from this will result in a main method not found error. Which of the following can be used to return multiple values from a single Java method? Option A. The return keyword followed by a comma separated list. Option B. Returning an array or an object. Option C. Declaring the method as multi. Option D. Java methods can only ever return one primitive. The correct answer is B. Technically, a Java method returns only one thing. However, that one thing can be a data structure like an array, a list, or a custom object POJO containing multiple fields, effectively allowing you to return multiple data points. What is method shadowing in Java? Option A. Overriding a method in a subclass. Option B. Defining a static method in a subclass with the same signature as one in the superclass. Option C. Using the same variable name in a method as a class field. Option D. Hiding a private method from other classes. The correct answer is B. While instance methods are overridden, static methods are hidden or shadowed. If a subclass defines a static method with the same signature as a static method in the superclass, the version in the subclass hides the one in the superclass. What happens if you forget to include a return statement in a method declared with an int return type? Option A. The method returns 0 by default. Option B. The code will not compile. Option C. The method returns null. Option D. A runtime exception is thrown. The correct answer is B. If a method specifies a non-void return type, Java enforces a guaranteed return rule. Every possible execution path through the method must end in a return statement with a compatible value. Otherwise, the compiler will throw an error. Which modifier makes a method visible only within its own class? Option A. Public. Option B. Protected. Option C. Default. Option D. Private. The correct answer is D. The private modifier is the most restrictive level of access. Private methods cannot be seen or called by any other class. even subclasses or classes within the same package. This is fundamental for internal helper logic. What are getter and setter methods primarily used for? Option A. To improve code execution speed. Option B. To implement inheritance. Option C. To protect and access private class fields. Option D. To handle mathematical operations. The correct answer is C. Getters and setters, accessors and mutators, are used to implement encapsulation by making fields private and providing methods to get, set their values. A class can control validation and maintain its internal state safely. Where are local variables defined within a method stored in memory? Option A. Heap memory. Option B. Stack memory. Option C. Method area. Option D. PC register. The correct answer is B. Local variables, including primitives and references to objects, are stored in the stack memory. Each time a method is invoked, a new stack frame is created to hold these variables. When the method finishes, the frame is popped and the memory is immediately reclaimed. Can you overload a method by changing only the return type? Option A. Yes, if the access modifier also changes. Option B. Yes, it is a common practice. Option C. No, the compiler will treat it as a duplicate method. Option D. Only if the method is static. The correct answer is C. Java identifies methods by their name and parameter list if two methods have the same name and parameters but different return types. The compiler cannot distinguish which one to call based on the invocation alone, resulting in a compile time error. Which annotation is recommended when overriding a method in Java? Option A. At overload. Option B. At override. Option C. At replace. Option D. At inherit. The correct answer is B. The at override annotation is used to inform the compiler that you intend to override a method from the superclass. If the method doesn't actually match a method in the superclass, e.g., a typo in the name, the compiler will generate an error, preventing subtle bugs. What is the purpose of the this keyword within an instance method? Option A. To refer to the current object instance. Option B. To call the parent class constructor. Option C. To create a new instance of the class. Option D. To terminate the method. The correct answer is A. The this keyword is a reference to the specific object on which the method was called. It is commonly used to resolve ambiguity between instance fields and method parameters with the same name. In a recursive factorial function, what is the base case? Option A. When the input is 0 or 1. Option B. When the input is a negative number. Option C. When the function calls itself. Option D. When the result is larger than 100. The correct answer is A. In mathematics, 0 and 1 are defined as 1. In a recursive program, checking for these values allows the recursion to stop and begin returning values back up the call stack. Without this, it would recurse infinitely into negative numbers. How is a varargs parameter treated inside the body of the method? Option A. As a single string. Option B, as a list. Option C, as an array. Option D, as a stream. The correct answer is C. When you use type, name, syntax, Java automatically wraps all provided arguments into an array of that type. You can then iterate over it or access elements using standard array indexing. Name 0, name 1, etc. Which of these is a correct way to call a static method, printinfo, from the class helper? Option A, helper, printinfo. Option B, printinfo, helper. Option C, new helper, printinfo. Option D, both A and C are syntactically correct. The correct answer is D. While helper, printinfo, single quote, class name, method, is the preferred and standard way to call static methods, Java also allows you to call them via an instance of the class. However, calling via instance is discouraged as it can be misleading regarding the method's static nature. Can a Java method be defined inside another method? Option A, yes. These are called inner methods. Option B, no. Java does not support nested methods. Option C, only if the inner method is static. Option D, only if the inner method is a lambda expression. The correct answer is B. Unlike some other languages like Python or JavaScript, Java does not allow you to define a standard named method inside the body of another method. You can, however, define local classes or use lambda expressions, but traditional nested methods are not supported. If a superclass method is public, what access modifier can the overriding method in the subclass have? Option A, any modifier, private, protected, public. Option B, only public. Option C, public or protected. Option D, only private. The correct answer is B. When overriding, the subclass method cannot have a weaker access privilege than the superclass method. Since public is the widest access, the overriding method must also be public. If the superclass method was protected, the subclass could be protected or public. What keyword is used to stop the execution of a method and return to the caller? Option A, break. Option B, continue. Option C, return. Option D, exit. The correct answer is C. The return statement immediately terminates the execution of the current method and transfers control back to the point where the method was invoked, optionally sending a value back. What is the purpose of the throws keyword in a method signature? Option A, to catch an exception and handle it immediately. Option B, to declare that a method might throw specific exceptions. Option C, to manually trigger a new exception. Option D, to prevent exceptions from occurring. The correct answer is B. The throws keyword is part of Java's checked exception handling. It serves as a warning to the caller of the method that they must either handle the specified exceptions using try-catch or declare that they also throw them up the line. What is a functional interface in the context of Java methods? Option A, an interface with only static methods. Option B, an interface with exactly one abstract method. Option C, an interface that cannot be used in methods. Option D. An interface used only for mathematical functions. The correct answer is B. A functional interface, like runnable or comparator, contains exactly one abstract method. These are the foundation of lambda expressions in Java, allowing you to treat functionality as a method argument or return type. That concludes our deep dive into 30 essential Java methods and functions questions. How many did you get right? If you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more Java certification prep content. Don't forget to check the full practice exam link in the description to truly master your skills. For the complete Java methods and functions practice exam suite, check the link in the description below.